Hello and welcome back to another video. Now, actually, I was doing the undercoat of the vehicle, but it turned out that my little pistol was too small. And it started clogging up because the thickness of the fluid was too much. So I have bought a new one online, but it will take a little time for it to come. And until then, I have this very heavy box, which is full of fun. And as you already might guess, it's related to the suspension. And you'll be right, because today we're going to rebuild the front suspension. Let's look what's inside. Alright, so I can buy all the parts for the suspension because some of them are not available anymore or are just really hard to find. So we're going to have to open this and reuse some of the parts. But what we're going to change is the springs. I have bought springs from H&R. I have bought new headers. And of course, last but not least, the struts themselves from Zax. Now, let's get to rebuilding. And that's how we went from this to this. So, as you can see, the H&R feathers have way more coils, which makes them harder and lowers the car also a little bit. So I'm excited to see how it's going to look on the car. I will do this one next, and then we're going to put them in the car. Well, hello, here I am, almost a week later, and as you can see, I have not finished rebuilding the suspension. Why? Well, it's because I'm missing a little part, and I'm waiting for a long time for it to come, and I guess it's not going to come anytime soon, probably because of the pandemic that we are in right now, so I'll have to either wait more or buy another one from somewhere else. But it's basically the part that goes over here. It's just a little, maybe you can see it on here, no you cannot, but it's just one little circle that allows the suspension to turn when it's on the car. But until we're waiting, we can get back to the box. Alright, let's find something to do in the box. Ah yes, no, that's a good one. We could replace those. Here is the old part. As you can see, the rubber is completely cracked and it started to rip. And here is how it's supposed to look like. Now, let's change it. Alright, that is all done. Let's get to the next thing. Now, that is a good one. That's the next thing we're going to change. So, here on the car, you can see, here is the tie rod. And mine are not exactly broken or bad, but they are probably really old, and it's not really expensive and hard to replace. So this is why I'm replacing it with a new one. Let's get to work. Alright, this is done. The other side is already done also. And the next thing to do is to put the suspension back in. And we are done. I think the car is already looking 10 times better. I also already did the other side, as you can see. And I think it's time to wrap this video up. We have done good work. All the new parts are in, and I think the next step is going to be the brakes. But it really depends on part shipping, because it's kind of sketchy right now. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and see you in the next video. By the way, here's a little update for those who follow. If you remember, a couple of videos back, there was a pipe here, which is the fuel pipe, which goes down to the fuel tank. And this was kind of rusty. And I spoke to a professional, and now I have removed everything that's connected to the... you can see the paper back here. That's where the fuel tank is. And I have removed everything that's connected to the fuel tank, and now it's going to get sandblasted, and when I get it back I will put it in the car.